Hey, what's up, y'all? I'll be right back at you after this intro. Hey, y'all, what's up? It's me, your girl Viv. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Miss Hogs, how are you? Listen, y'all. Y'all see the title. We all 2 seconds away from a breakdown, according to Jay Wilson. Y'all, we all two seconds away from a breakdown, according to Jay Wilson. And I believe him. I believe him, y'all. I believe him. I believe we all 2 seconds away from a breakdown, a mental breakdown, according to Jay Wilson, y'all. So, listen, before we get started, I have somebody I want to thank. Let me see who it was. Hey, Queen, how are you? How are you? How are you today? First off, I want to thank Priority Alerts. Priority Alerts, thank you so much for the Cash App. Hey, Vibrant. I really appreciate that Cash App and for allowing me to let me know that Brian was dragging me on Deanna's chat today. Let me help you out with that. I don't watch her, so I don't care. I don't care. Hey, Red Star, how are you? So as y'all come in, I'm just gonna let y'all come in and y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. I know y'all probably like, what in the world is she talking about? We all 2 seconds away from a breakdown, according to Jay Wilson. So let me explain to y'all. I'm glad you caught me live too. Thank you so much, Vibrant, my darling. Thank you so much. So let me tell y'all what's going on. So I've been watching Jay Wilson this week. Y'all know I don't look at B sector. For the most part, I don't look at a lot of stuff on the B sector. A lot of people that know me, they'll tell you that actually know me. I might browse through sometimes if it's something that's real interesting. Like I catch Spill It Boy, not all of his stuff, but some of his stuff, and I never stay for a full live. Jay Wilson, because that's how I get caught up on the beef. Jay Wilson and Spiller Boy, and then I'll run through Stomp Down. I go to Sarah. Who else I go to? Um, who else? I got a couple of different people. I'll run through the channels, but I don't stay there. But like Deanna Irvin, I don't go over there. I mean, it's nothing against her. I just don't know her. I don't know her, and you know, it's nothing against her. I'm just not interested. Who else? Brian. I think I've been to Brian channel one time or twice, and he was talking. I don't know what he was talking about, but whatever it was, exactly, Miss Hogs. Always in and out, but never focused. That's me. I'm always in and out. I'm never focused. And it's not like I'm sitting there saying, I'm going to go on this person's channel and see what's going on. Or I'm going on this person's channel. Not being funny. I don't want to say I don't care that much. I mean, but that's the only way to say it. Plus, on top of that, like my title say, we all 2 seconds away from a breakdown. I ain't trying to focus all that foolishness in my mind because I got too much real life going on for me to focus all of that foolishness in my mind. Because think about it. If I'm thinking about that all the time, I'm not gonna think about the stuff that I have to do in real life. I got real life stuff to think about. I got parents. I got old parents. I got a 92-year-old mom and an 87-year-old daddy that I have to think about. I have to make sure that they're see, vibrant to tell you. She never see me except on rare occasions. Hello, Cat W. And Cat, guess what? I don't even worry about him. Praise how he said, God bless him. God bless him. That's how he says it. But as I was saying, we all 2 seconds away from mental breakdown. And if I was to actually go to all of those places and listen at all of that stuff, I would have to go see my therapist every day because my mind would be so impacted that I wouldn't be able to function. And you right, Vibrant, ain't nobody looking for Brian. Ain't nobody looking for him. So, and I was looking at Jay Wilson this morning, and he's right. There are a lot of people on here that are 2 seconds away from a mental breakdown. Y'all listen. I listened the other night at Jay Wilson, and they came in and reported that somebody said that their husband had not paid the rent in 2 months. They was about to get put out. And y'all know what I went on my channel and talked about? I don't understand how you can live a life of financial insecurity. I understand things come up, and I understand things happen. But when you're on this here apparatus, Al Gore's YouTube talking about you're a boss and a bully and you make 6 figures, I'm trying to figure out where do you stay at that you're about to get put out because your husband ain't paid the rent for 2 months. What kind of bills y'all got? And I thought that was like weird. I was like, that's financial insecurity. That wouldn't bode mine for my peace of mind. It wouldn't bode well at all for my peace of mind for me to think that the person I live with is not paying the rent and I might get put outside. Y'all, I promise y'all, it's too cold here to be put outside. It's too cold here to go outside to sleep. And it's too many deer and wild hogs and possums and armadillos and boars. It's too much of that stuff out here for me to be sleeping outside. Mm-mm. So that's that one. Then we got the other one. Since Brian talking about me, he and they all keep going to Jay Wilson for counseling. Jay Wilson's a good counselor. That I'm telling y'all, if I was 1 month behind in rent, this I'm here with you. This would be the last place I'd be. I'd be out there trying to work my magic. Hey, reasoning, how are you, my darling? How are you, sweetheart? I'd be out there right at the job trying to get me a new hustle. Y'all listen. Y'all know I will work. You know your girl. Hey, Miss Ebony, what up, sugar? Y'all know your girl Viv will work now. I work at the listen. I'm a veteran, but besides being a veteran, y'all, I got something I do on the side. I'll go on if I and listen. I'm like Jay Wilson. I'll get in my car and drive if I have to. I go down there to that gas station and I do what I gotta do. Then I got people around here that ask me to do different typing and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I do what I have to do. I also give advice to people. I got people that I give advice to in reference to uh educational stuff going on. I'm qualified. I am qualified to do that. So I have people that I'll do that for. And guess what they do? Sometimes they'll give me a little bit of chunk of change or give me a little honorarium or a little thank you gift. I'm not out here begging nobody for nothing. I'm out here. I really do get out here and work. People don't think I do, but I do. I get out here and do my thing. I do my thing. You know why I do my thing? Because I have to, and ain't nobody there to do it for me. If I want it done, I got to do it myself. That's one thing my daddy always taught me. If you want things done, you got to. He said you got to be pay the cost to be the boss. Can y'all see me? Can you see me? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And I'm telling y'all, do what you got to do. If you got to handle yours, handle yours. That's what I'm saying. Don't be financially insecure, and don't have nobody have you sitting out there in life trying. Okay, good, good, good. My computer did some kind of glitchy thing, but don't have nobody out there have you figuring out which what's the next turn. What's the next turn? So the next thing we talked about, I heard Jay Wilson talk about. I seen Brian come over, and Brian was like acting a little unhinged and stuff about some things going on. Yeah, I never know what his next problem is because he always has so many. Anyway, I'm just gonna say this: we as Black folks shouldn't be scared to go and lay on the couch. Sometimes it can be a little helpful. Y'all like my blanket? I love this blanket, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm so glad it's here, and I got it, and it's warm and cozy. This thing is warm and cozy. Do you hear me? So, but that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. So you got to be at a point where, first off, don't be financially insecure. That right there won't mess with your peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, don't be scared to go lay on the couch. Go see somebody if you having some issues. And guess what? If you like somebody and you've told them that you like them, and they've explained to you that I don't really like you in that type of manner. You know, we cool like that, like, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to really meet you offline and things that's that nature. Thank you, Miss Hogs. Somebody very special gave this to me. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I love my blanket, y'all. But as I was saying, when you at this age, this when we at this big age and stuff like that, we gotta stop. If somebody tells you that they like you, ooh, if you tell somebody, ooh, I like you, I think I want to talk to you, or whatever, whatever, or that you flirt with somebody and they don't reciprocate, then guess what? At this big old age, tell them, look, I really think that I like you, or I would like to pursue a relationship with you, or whatever, whatever. And if they don't reciprocate, or if they don't tell you that they really want to be with you, or they explain to you, I'm in a relationship, or nah, I'm just not interested. Not that I'm not that interested in you, that I'm not interested at all. Let it go. Yeah, at this age, we too old to be playing games. I'm just saying. Them kind of games. We too old to be playing them kind of games. All right, so that's that. The next one. Next situation is if you keep knock this table more time and I'm gonna knock you. Get on out of here. I see you, big face. Y'all, that's my big face girl. She keep walking past like she can't get past the table. She ain't that big. She thinks she is. Why she come back and hit the table? Don't hit this table no more. Don't you touch it. So the next 2 second away from a breakdown I see is Jay Wilson did an interview. He did an interview the other night. It always happen on I guess because that's the only place I go, but it always go down on Jay Wilson channel. It always goes down on Jay Wilson channel. So the next thing we talked about was we seen an interview with him and the Tommy Castro fiasco. If you're involved in domestic violence, please seek safe haven and get out. That's my PSA to you. If you are involved with domestic violence, please seek safe haven and get out. Please, we need you around here. It's better on this side of the earth. Okay? Thank you. And so, in as much as saying that, we had the young man and the young men up there, and they're talking about they're tearing up clubs and fighting, and he can't see the person for 2 weeks because the way I did him, and then for him and his family came down here and jumped on me, and hey, Catherine, how are you, sweetheart? Hey. And it was all of that. I was like, good God, all of this going on. Then we had a young lady that continues to click on a link, and she's told nobody wants you here. And what happens? She gets knocked off the chat because the host asks her, please conduct yourself with some decorum. I'm trying to ask you to please be quiet. Then she gets mad because she gets called a whole bag of beeps. But yet still she want to come on here and harass everybody, troll everybody, and then get caught out there. And it's all Jay Wilson's fault. Why? Why? That's what I want to know. And I'm not defending him because y'all know he don't need no defending. He gonna defend himself. I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question. That's why I came on here today, y'all, to ask a question. Why? Why do we get mad at a person? We put ourselves in these predicaments. And honestly, y'all, this is what I wanted to say about the whole situation. I would not know that you were all 2 seconds away from a breakdown if I wouldn't have seen it all happen in real time. We seen all of this. Is it me? Is it just me, or we seen this happen in real time? Did y'all see it happen in real time? I saw it happen in real time. But yet still people say, well, why are you talking about me? You're talking about me. Well, y'all talk about everybody. Everybody get it. We all listen. I've been talked about before I even got put out here on YouTube. I basically was drugged out. Yeah, I was drugged in the streets by my toenails, kicking and screaming. I ain't want to come out here like that. Because everybody that know me know I've always said that I am not beef sector. I'm beef sector adjacent. By that, I mean I'm a mod on a beef sector channel. And for the most part, I don't do beefing for the most part. I've been telling y'all about my Ozempic. I've been having church services over this joint. I've been having stuff with preachers talk about different situations. I ain't been over there like in that beef sector acting a fool like that. But that's where I'm at right now. So that's what I was saying. That's where I'm feeling. And I know y'all probably like, dang, Vivian just like broke that down real quick. But it's as simple as that. Then we had the young lady. We got a young lady that she don't know if she want to be in love with this one or she want to be in love with that one. She want to meet this one. She don't want to meet that one. And she seems to be content with meeting people online, but just say that I just want to meet you online, and I ain't trying to be in all that other stuff where y'all sending pictures. Y'all, I'm telling y'all would not believe the amount of nude pictures that go out around here. Y'all would not believe the amount of nude pictures and videos that go out around this beef sector. I'm telling y'all, keep y'all clothes on. Y'all don't know these people. Hey, Virginia, how you doing, sweetheart? Y'all don't know these people. Keep your clothes on and stop sending them pictures. You my boo too, Virginia. I'm telling y'all though, that's what y'all gotta do. No, you ain't gotta do it. Cause y'all giving people good content when y'all don't keep your clothes on. And y'all keep sending all these new pictures and stuff like that. Y'all giving people hella content. But do you really want to end up content like that? Do you really want to become content like that? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. Is that really the way you want to become content? Hmm. Do you want to be fodder for other people and have people laughing at you and talking about you and uh, judging you, judging your appendages and your body like that? Stop it. Y'all to see more naked bodies in this sector than I really care to see. And I'm thinking to myself, some of y'all need OnlyFans pages. Cause y'all really ain't shy about your bodies. So you might as well make some money off of it. I'm just saying. But it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm gonna drop the link. It's been 21 minutes. I'm gonna drop the link. And if anybody got any now we're gonna keep this clean and we ain't coming up here to cuss nobody out. Just remember that. But yeah, so the other thing that Jay Wilson and I started talking about earlier today was because they were in his chat, they were talking about like Mabel King. Y'all remember Mabel King, the lady from What's Happening, the mama from What's Happening? They were talking about how she died broke and how she had when they were talking about Roger went to see her, the guy that played Roger went to see her, and how he left crying and stuff. She did die broke. That lady died broke. She really did die broke in a home with diabetes. And I think she ended up getting her legs amputated. But yeah, it was sad. But again, we gotta watch our 3, 6, 9, and 12s. We can't just be letting anybody in our lives and tell us any old thing and sell us a pipe dream. Cause I'm at an age now I can't be sold a pipe dream. I'm not trying to see pipes like that. Had those type of dreams. But yeah, I got to be secure in mine. I can't be. I got to have sure security, and that's where we at now, y'all. So we were talking about that. Then we went into talking about people. People to being 2 seconds away from having a mental breakdown. So we also talked about preachers. Jay Wilson was saying ministers need therapists. And I came up and my question was to him was, why wouldn't ministers need therapists? Therapists need therapists. Think about it. Therapists need therapists. But I'm going to tell you another profession that needs therapists too. Teachers need therapists. And I'm going to tell you why. Especially special needs teachers. Y'all would not believe the carnage and foolishness that they hear about on a daily basis. Policemen need therapists because when you seeing that much mayhem and debauchery on a daily basis, it tends to mess with your mind. And unless you a psychopath, you need something to deal with that. Okay, Sarah. Hey, sweetheart, that's cool. You need something to deal with that. Unless you would not believe how many ministers drink and doctors drink and nurses drink and take pills and things of that nature. I am a true believer. If you need a medication, certain things you need a medication to get through. If you don't get diagnosed with it, you'll start self-diagnosing and self-medicating. You will start self-medicating. And that's what a lot of people do. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I see so many ministers that I've been close to. They might not be a drinker. They might not be a smoker. They might not be doing drugs, but they running holes. They running through holes like it ain't nobody business. That's their coping mechanism. That's their coping mechanism. She talked too much. Y'all see this? You right about that? She talked too much. You would be more than surprised to know the amount of doctors and nurses who are addicts because they see so much. Could you imagine you a pediatric nurse or a pediatric doctor and you seeing babies leaving this earth on a daily basis? Unless you're a psychopath, that's gonna mess with your mind. I hear people all the time, I don't let it play on my mind. I ain't worried about this and I ain't thinking about that. I don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? You have a whole bunch of people. You got a whole bunch of people. Okay, so for instance, I'm going to tell y'all for instance, I taught special needs. For those of you who know, I taught special needs. I tell people, I am so glad that I was seeing a therapist at the time I taught special needs. You right about that. They'll say something. People will say anything until that trauma sets in. You right about that. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I am so glad that I was seeing a therapist when I was in the military. I mean, when I was after I got out the military and I was teaching school. And I'm gonna tell you why. As a special needs teacher, you see and hear horrific things daily. When I tell you daily, you see and hear horrific things. So, for instance, I've told this story before, and I just told this story to somebody today, and I'm gonna get through it without crying. I had a young lady. I taught seventh grade. I taught seventh and eighth grade in DC, and I taught in the hood. When I say the hood, I mean the hood. I'm talking about I've had a gun pulled to my head twice in the school building. Okay, twice I've had a gun put to my head in the school building during the school day. Yeah, the hood. I'm talking about the hood. The side of the hallway I worked on, we called it New Jack City because we had no lights in the ceiling in the hallway. It was dark down there. Y'all remember in New Jack City how you went through how they went through that hallway and it was dark when they went through the Carters and it was all dark and they was all dank in there and all the things was gray and black. They had painted all the they had put this wood up in the display counters to keep the kids from sitting up in there, and they painted them black. So it was black wood with gray hallways. So it was black and gray hallways and no lights. We called my side of the hallway New Jack City. I ain't have ceiling tiles. I had a family of pigeons living in my. Y'all had a family of pigeons living in my class. We were chasing the pigeons down the hallway one day with brooms. The principal came up there. She was like, "What are you doing?" Because they see this on camera running up and down the hallway. They see this on camera running up and down the hallway with brooms. They was like, "What in the world going on?" Y'all, we was chasing the pigeons out the room. It was me, two security guards, and my students. But that's beside the point. So I'm telling y'all, that's where I worked at. When I tell y'all the hood, it was the hood. But every time I went home on summer break, on winter vacation, on any break, summer, winter, fall, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, every time we came back, we had to bury a kid because the children, somebody had gotten killed, not died, they got killed. That's how bad it was. That I worked in the hood. We were going to so many funerals. I was going to funerals for kids every at least 4 or 5 times a year. That's how bad it was. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Teachers need therapists too. It was so bad. I taught 7th and 8th grade. I had a 4th grader that was put in my 7th grade class because she was 6 months, 6 or 7 months pregnant, and she was getting too big. She was showing too much to stay in the 4th grade. Now, mind you, how did that young lady get pregnant in the 4th grade? By her live-in boyfriend, who was her mama's drug dealer. I had the young lady that had herpes on her mouth and in her mouth because she was abused by her uncle. She was abused by her uncle. Could you imagine me having to hold that in my head all the time, on top of all the other debauchery and foolishness you see walking around in this here world? Could you imagine that? Trauma setting in. I believe and I advocate for teachers seeing therapists, and I'm going to tell you why. They need to get that stuff out and they need to talk about it and learn new techniques to deal with the students. That way, like I said on Jay Wilson, they don't end up making your child an emotional support person. For instance, Sean is a good, quiet little kid that sits in the corner, but little Ray Ray likes Sean, and Ray Ray acts better in your class, and he don't bother you, the teacher, when Sean is. So now the teacher has decided anything to keep Ray Ray from bugging me, I'm gonna send him over there with Sean. Sean, I need you to partner up with Ray Ray today and help him with his timetables. Hey, MB, how you, sweetie? Sean, I need you to partner up with Ray Ray, and you gonna be his field trip partner. Sean, you gonna y'all? I'm telling y'all, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Or what about being a special ed teacher? Also, we hear a lot about we heard a lot about when we go into those IEP meetings, those meetings where we have to find out about the child and their disability, and we discuss that. There are times that we go in those meetings and we're talking to the parents, and it might be some type of, like for instance, I had a young lady one time. This young lady was in the bathroom playing with herself in the middle of the bathroom, the public bathroom, not a bathroom, like like the middle of the bathroom floor, the dirty, nasty middle of the bathroom floor. And you're like, what in the world is going on with this? Come to find out, all of a sudden, I'm seeing social workers coming in there, DSS coming in there, Child Protective Service coming in, the police come in. Y'all, what's going on? That's how I don't want to know. Come to find out, her daddy bothering her and her sister. Ask me how I found out. In the newspaper. Or what about, I'm just telling y'all, if teachers, so that way, I'm telling y'all, that's why I say teachers, they need therapists. They need to go to see somebody, and they need to go talk to somebody. Sometimes it does. It is what it is. They need to go do what they got to do. And you're right. It is bothering. They be bothering folks, and it be bothering me. And the people don't realize, again, teachers, y'all been hearing about a uptick in teachers that's become to school drunk, high on pills. Y'all don't know how many teachers go out and smoke weed in their car at lunchtime. I'm telling y'all, because these teachers be triggered and bothered. Now, I also am a firm believer that ministers need to go and talk to somebody. I'm telling y'all, these people be self-medicating. If they not self-medicating by drugs, alcohol, and drugs and alcohol, they eating themselves to death. You get what I'm saying? You got the ones that's eating themselves to death. Then what else? You got the ones that if they not eating themselves to death, if they not drinking, smoking, drinking, smoking, drugging, eating, they hoeing themselves to death. They got some type of destructive uh vice that they doing. Something that's unhealthy, that's not healthy for them. They need, and all it is they need to listen. If you're gonna talk to somebody, get this stuff off your chest, blow it out. They'll see that it'll be a lot of more healthier people, and then we wouldn't have all of these breakdowns that be going on YouTube. Y'all, we been had, y'all listen. I know I done had some times. I know I've had traumatic instances. But I mean, some of these breakdowns are crazy. They be putting themselves out there. I mean, is it just me, or am I the only one who's seen these people on here acting a fool? Am I the only one? And it's a lot of stuff going on. Now, here lies the issue. We wouldn't know it if they wouldn't put it out there. We would not know it if it was not put out there by them. I don't know your business if you don't give it to me. You don't tell me, I don't know it. Or I only know what you show me. How about that? I only know what you show me. I only know what people show me. And by the stuff that you show me, I get context clues. I get context clues by the stuff that you show me. Even if you're the most well put together person, it's some things that you say and do that give me context clues that you got some issues going on. There's some things that people say and do that show me that they got underlying issues too. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all one of my biggest things. I always laugh, and these people say, "Oh, I'm so unbothered about what these people say and do about me." If you were so unbothered, why you talk about it? Why you talk about it if you so unbothered? I guess that's what you're supposed to do over in the B sector. Get on there and cuss each other out. I guess that's what it is. Don't worry, I'm not getting on here cussing out nobody because it's not that serious to me. It really ain't that serious to me that I'm on here cussing people out. It's not. I see it all the time. They be like, he done. It's not that serious to me, baby. And then I'm gonna tell y'all one of my biggest things that Jay Wilson always say. It's not funny until it's not happening until it happens to you. It's not important until it happens to you. It's not important until it happens to you. It's a lot of people around here that then messed around and found out that it wasn't funny until it happened to them. Well, it wasn't important until it happened to them. For instance, were you guys there that night that Brian said on Jay Wilson's chat? And I'm bringing him up because he said it. He said, "Yeah, the the dead mother jokes are lame and it's tired and played out. It's not funny. I'm sorry that I hurt so many people when I did them, and it's not funny. They're played out. They're old, and you shouldn't do them. You didn't find out you shouldn't do them until people did it at you." I'm asking for a friend. You didn't find out that you shouldn't do that until somebody did it to you. Again, it's not important until it happens to you. It's not important that you dox somebody until somebody dox you. It's not important until it happens to you. How many of y'all see it happen all the time? Y'all see it happen all the time over in the abuse sector. That's one thing I could say. Jay Wilson never talks about kids, parents, or deceased relatives at all. You right, Catherine. You right. But again, it's not important until it's your turn. It's not important until it's your turn. And it's a lot of people they finding that out. It's not important until it happens to them. It's not. But they talk about people deceased. They talk about people living children, deceased children, living parents, deceased parents, living aunties and uncles, deceased aunties and uncles. They talk about living and deceased people. They talk about people that's been in here in this content space that are passed on and they dog them out too. Ain't nobody safe. You can't even rest in peace. You can't even go on to your next life in peace. Not over here. These people, they ain't never know who you were, who your people was, what was going on, and they done dogged out your whole family. They done told you where your whole family line came from. Your whole family. What kills me is how people want to develop a moral compass when the tables are turned. You right, they do. Now all of a sudden it's not right. We shouldn't talk about the children. Yeah, she's out. But you just call that other woman's, you done cuss that woman's dead fetus. You know what I'm saying? You didn't cuss that woman children and unborn children and children on the way. You didn't cuss that man kids, and that man kids ain't never, that man ain't never show his kids on here. We got people on here, they ain't never seen these people parents. The parents ain't never been on here. They don't drop down on the chat. They don't even know their kids got YouTube channels. And they done cuss their mama and daddies out from here to Baghdad, Bangladesh, and back again. That ain't right. Listen, I laughed the other day. I said people talk about she got a mustache. She got a mustache. You didn't think I knew I had a mustache? I'm 52 years. I'm 55, 52. I'm 55 years old. You don't think I look in the mirror? You get what I'm saying? Talking about anybody relatives that's not on here, living or deceased, is wrong. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, the funny part is, I be looking at some of these people be talking about people, relatives, and things of that nature. I be thinking to myself, suppose you get a crazy person that you really, really bother. Somebody don't, who won't, who move in silence. You got them out there. Them people that are moving silence. And then you'll wonder about, oh man, did y'all hear about such and such? They car just got ran off the road. And it'd be one of them people that you bothered. They don't never think about that. One content creator produced receipts that another content creator has doxed the whole beef sector content creators, all while smiling in their faces. The backstabbers. You right about that. Every woman's hormones are different, and genetics. My aunts, grandmothers, etc., have a hair here or there on their face and chins. These people need. You're right. Just keep living. They're gonna find some hairs in places that they ain't never seen before. They're gonna find some hairs in places they ain't never seen before. And guess what? Your whole body does go gray, no matter what nobody tells you. You're right. Everybody body go gray. So I'm just saying, keep living. Guess what? Be proud that you made it to this big old age. Y'all listen, I'm 55 years old. I'm proud that I made it to this big old age. Because there's a whole lot of people ain't made it to this big old age. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm telling y'all, I have limited my orbit. I have limited my orbiters. By that, what I mean is, y'all have, I don't know if y'all ever have heard me talk about, I'm the center of my universe. That means I'm right here. I'm the sun. And then I got orbits at different levels. Now, you could be Mercury or you can end up on Pluto. It don't matter to me. Y'all, because my mama has ended up on Pluto. For the peace of mind, for my peace of mind, you could be Mercury or you can end up on Pluto. The choice is yours. And my orbit is always moving in and moving out. Folks is always moving in and out of my orbit. You know what I'm saying? Today you might be on Mercury, tomorrow you'll be on Pluto. It all depends. And you're right. You're right. These people, they don't understand testosterone and estrogen. Half of them don't understand just basic genetics, period. They don't understand how basic human bodies work. Because to hear some of these people talk about how some of these other people, anyway, I ain't even getting into that. I ain't getting into that. That's why some of these people, I wouldn't meet them if they. Thank you, thank you, Liberia Rose. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are you? I'm telling y'all, it's a whole bunch of folks, and I'm just telling you, we as people with good sense that God gave a Billy Goat, we got to learn that some of these content creators be putting on for the cameras. And my thing is, do you really want to put yourself in such a situation, in such a state, and in such a place that you want to be an embarrassment? You want to embarrass yourself to get $2 or $3? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. What y'all think? Do you really think you want to embarrass yourself in such a way? I'm gonna tell y'all. That's why I love some of y'all that I have. I call y'all my temperature gauges. Cause some of y'all keep me straight. Y'all don't know. I got some of the best everyday people and advisors that I deal with. You right, MB. Some of them they aren't embarrassed. They are not embarrassed about some of the foolishness that they do. But I am so glad that I got some advisors that give me the real, that tell me the real deal and give me the real. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people need to get some of them people in their life. Some of these people need to get some of these people in their life that's gonna give them the real deal and the real. Hey, Shells, what's up? That's what some of these people need to do. They need to get some of these people in their life that's gonna give them the real and the real deal. Tell them that ain't a good look. Don't do that. Don't go there. Hey, RNY, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you. Some of these people, they need to do that. They need to have it to where they need to get some people in their life that's gonna tell them, that ain't a good look. Don't do that. You might not want to go there today. You know, you might not want to say that. If you do this, that might cause confusion, you know? And that's the thing. And you're right. It's a whole bunch of people on here. They do craziness. And they ain't a bit more embarrassed than ever. And I think some of these people do be stunting for the camera. You know what I'm saying? I think some of these people be stunting for the camera. When I say stunt for the camera, I mean like they be out here just, yeah, I'm here and I'm gonna act a fool for the camera. And it don't bother them that they saying all kind of craziness. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when they were in there telling me that this person was online talking about the 2 month rent thing, I was like, what? When they was on there telling me that when I heard on Jay Wilson and I'm listening at that interview, I'm like, this is the craziest stuff I ever heard. And the dude was like, I'll tell you the first time my booty hole got blowed out. if you give me some cash. I was like, what? Like, this is just as crazy. Let me put my banner up because is that MB I see? Let me see where my banner at. Banner. Not that one. Media asset. Need to put my banner up. She left. Hey, Jay Wilson. MB, is that you? Hey, you trying to figure out how to work it? Hello? Hello, hello. But y'all understand what I'm saying? It's just craziness and foolishness going on. And people need to, baby, I think, MB, I'm going to drop you down and I'm going to have you come back. All right? There you go. I know. Shelly, I can't figure out how to do the banner thing. Because this, okay, she'll come back. But yeah, but y'all understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying, though? We got a whole lot of foolishness going on. Whole lot of folks going on. They got mental illnesses. They have breakdowns on a daily basis. And again, hold on. Let me thank you. Thank this person again. And I'm gonna thank you. And the reason I'm gonna thank you because Jay Wilson taught me that Jay Wilson taught me that when somebody bless you, you're supposed to thank you. Hey Shells, what's up, babe? Hey there, Jay. Go ahead,
Hey,
Jay.
hey,
I
Beard, what's going on?
nothing much. I was just discussing that stuff we was talking about them crazy folks earlier today.
Yeah, well, look, I can't talk too loud. I'm at these people's restaurants, but I just wanted to say, hey, Shelly, how you doing? I just and MB.
Hey
I'm
Jay,
like,
bless Sunday.
yeah. So anyway, I'm just here eating, but the other half said hello, and so yeah. And Shelly, we still laughing at you in this the Six Flags situation. You know, Shelly put it out that he peed in his clothes. That was Shelly. You did that, Shelly. He laughed at that today. He
I
thought
tell
telling
people
was
all the
so
time they
funny.
be talking crazy about Mark, and I was like, y'all just don't even know. Jay don't even be paying that stuff no attention. They are still good and breezy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But Viv, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be watching you. I just have to go now because our food is getting ready to come. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm watching you. All right?
Tell Boo I said, mwah. Yeah,
Hey,
but
Zahara and MB, I want to say something real quick, babe,
oh
because that you
shit.
about to hear. Hold on, baby. Pause that. I don't want to get her no copyright. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, child, because Gracie's corner. Okay, so with the free, it's coming back up there. No, please. So with the free one, you can't use the banner, but you see where the video part is. So you know how I used to have my curtains that would go, open and close. So I suggest getting one like that and then put it on loop. You get what I'm saying? Because then you can do that way, and because the minute people realize that you can't protect your page, they're gonna be doing crazy stuff. So that's all I wanted to say. And look how long I had a wrench over here. I ain't never been accused of doing anything but being upstanding moderator. But anyway, let me go ahead and drop down and let you
But
ladies
but Shelly, that's the thing that people don't understand. And I keep telling people, I've always said this, and people don't never they always say, oh, you just capping for Shelly or whatever. If you don't bother Shelly, Shelly don't bother you.
Yeah, because I don't have time. I really don't. But yes, I just wanted to tell you that so you like you could even get one offline and just download it, and you don't gotta have it long. You can just loop it. You know what I mean? Just do it that way. So I'm
Shout
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be listening in, but there's so much noise over here, child.
listen, I ain't been on the stream y'all in so long, girl. I ain't been on YouTube in a while. Shoot, cause I have to, like I said, it's all about protecting your peace. And some of this foolishness ain't worth it. Like I said,
It's really not. I made up my mind. I'm not allowing anything to break my peace. And when I know that I have to survive, for my kids, my husband, my grandkids, my mental, my physical well being, why am I gonna sit here and scrapeful in the no, 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 no. Anyway, I'll be listening so I can put this Gracie's corner back on for him.
Okay, Shell.
All right, bye, y'all.
all right, Shell. All right.
We can't deny the child their cartoons, can we now?
Them babies, they be wanting it. Hey, what's T?
Yeah, no, I just sorry, I just got off a phone call, so I missed the beginning, even though I wanted to be here. I'm a bit jealous Jay Wilson's out eating at Nordstrom and enjoying himself. But yeah, I just wanted to pop up because I agree with this subject so much. And we were talking, weren't we, about all kinds of professionals who could do with a bit of support, but it's not just professionals. Like, you see the people out here, they don't even know they've got mental health problems. But it's funny to me that the ones who are diagnosed seem to be the ones who cope better, right?
The people that's diagnosed, because we have a plan. We have a professional that we've sat down with and we've talked to. We've come up with a treatment plan, and we know, okay, look, this is triggering to me. I ain't gonna watch that. This gonna get on my nerves. I'm gonna sit back. This is not part of my piece, so I'm gonna leave this alone. And it's a lot of people, they don't understand it. And listen, I laugh. That's why you got so many people coming over there to Jay Wilson chat, and they dropping their whole life story. They're getting counseling, and I be laughing, counseling. Y'all see I put in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Counseling. And then you have other people that say, "Oh, Jay Wilson, but you were exploiting them." No, he wasn't. They came over there and they gave him that gift and dropped it in his lap and said, "Here you go." They said, "This is what they do."
There's
Here you
two
go, Mr.
parts to
Wilson.
it.
Thank you so much. Please let me give you all of this tea. Let me give it all to you,
whether you want it or not.
Exactly. It's a lot of times he get the tea and he don't even be. It has nothing to do with what he even talking about.
No.
That moldy house situation that fell in his lap.
Listen, I've
This
seen
cash
Jay
out
Wilson be
thing, it
talking
fell in his
about.
lap.
I've
Brian,
seen Jay Wilson be talking about a whole different subject. Someone will hit the panel. Next thing you know, they're talking their problems, and Jay Wilson ends up not like you're saying in quotations, because it's not in his professional capacity. He's there as just another human being, giving a bit of,
what you
giving
want
an
to
ear.
do? You trying to kiss him? You see her, y'all, all
Yeah.
up in the camera, being all nosy and stuff.
But yeah,
But
at least
yeah,
he's
they come over and they give him that stuff in his lap. It's like, here, let me put this in your lap. It's like I'm giving you a gift.
exactly that.
And then other people get mad because he's such a personable guy, and
exactly, yeah,
and he's able. That is his spiritual gift.
it is.
That's his spiritual gift.
It is.
And they come over there and they give it to him, and then other people come back and they're jealous, and they go, "He's being exploited. He's exploiting them. He's wearing he."
But I mean, Jay has a vibe about him. And I know he's messy and all the rest of it, aren't we all? That's what we're over there for, the entertainment. But then there's another element to that. And like you say, he's got a natural gift. So a lot of these young, especially some of the young gay guys, go over there and look at him like a big brother or an uncle or something like that, because he has that vibe, that kindness. and he does take time and talk things through with them. In fact, I've jumped on the link when it's been, say, I think there was a time Honest Row was over there, and it was the first time I'd hit a link on Jay Wilson's, and all it was, I heard something what he was saying, and I had a little piece of advice I wanted to give him, but Jay was up there giving him all this lovely brotherly advice, and he did the same for many people I've seen. Simon, crazy Simon, you know. And it was actually quite touching what went down that night. It turned round full circle.
But
It
this is
really,
the sad. You want to hear the it ain't even sad. The biggest part of this whole situation is he giving people good advice, but it's like they enjoy living in the foolishness.
they
I've
do.
seen him give uppity some of the best advice.
Yeah,
What she do? She go right back on a whole
yeah.
somebody else's panel and act an even bigger fool. And then don't understand why Jay can come back and say, this is what happened, or different content creators can say they don't understand why now they become content. Well, you became content because
You put your shit out
first
there.
off, you gave Jay Wilson a gift by coming over there. He wasn't
Right.
talking to you about you and wasn't even asking your advice about this, that, or the third.
Exactly.
Then you get up there and embarrass yourself. Well, and then you're not even really embarrassed about it because you can't be embarrassed about it if you decide to leave there and go someplace else. And then you go panel to panel to panel to panel and make yourself look like an even bigger idiot.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the people, like, they go on Jay's platform, but Jay's got like hundreds and hundreds of people in his chat. They could go on their own, but their platform's not as big. So clearly they want that story out there for as many people to hear it. Otherwise, they could go on their own platform and tell their story if they just want to get it off their chest. And maybe only 10 or 12 people will hear it. But you go to Jay's, at least 2, 3, 400 people are going to hear that.
And Shelly, you're right. They do need to, as Jay always say, people need to keep their relationship off of social media. But it ain't even just their relationship. It's some of their other foolishness. Look, we've seen Uppity come on here and have a breakdown on so many occasions with
Yeah.
foolishness. We didn't
Yeah.
see so many drunk people come up here. I'm like, if you've been drinking all day and all night, it might
It's,
be best that you not come on YouTube.
yeah. Yeah, it's a lack of personal judgment and discernment, really, is what they've got. Otherwise, they're quite happy for their stuff to be out there and for everyone to know it. And that's what you got to say. If you're going to put it out there about yourself, you can't blame someone else that you've brought it to. Yeah, and that you, like MB says, they need real friends and not use YouTube for therapy or friendship. And I think a lot of people are quite lonely on here.
And guess
Um,
what? And like I told you guys the other day when I was at the 378 when I was at the gas station, and I told y'all
yeah,
you can be alone, but you don't have to be lonely.
right,
Just
right.
because you're alone don't mean you're lonely.
No,
Get
I
yourself a
absolutely
damn
love
hobby.
being alone.
Get a hobby. You gotta occupy your mind. You don't have to sit down and just be thinking about what's the next foolishness I'm gonna get into tomorrow, y'all.
True. And I mean, honestly, I wish I suffered that problem sometimes of being alone, because I actually have to engineer situations where I'm on my own now because I like my own company too much. So the more I'm older I'm getting, the more alone time I want.
Listen, Sarah. I tell anybody and everybody, I like me more than I like anybody else. Again, my
You're
my
supposed to.
scenario, my scenario about me being the sun, and you could end up as Mercury or you can end up on Pluto. It don't matter to me.
Exactly.
It don't matter. It's not. And sometimes we have to be selfish like that. Y'all listen. I love my mother to life and back, but sometimes my mama end up on Pluto. For
Yeah.
those of you who know, my mom is starting. She's on an early onset of dementia. Sometimes she's having a good day. Other days she's having a bad day. And some days she's having a bad day and I'm having a bad day too. We can't have a bad day together.
Yeah.
One of us got to decide that we're going to take ourselves out the situation. And it's been a many days that I've had to take myself out the situation.
Exactly.
and I have to take myself out the situation for her safety and my safety, because my mom, with her, along with her dementia, my mom has been known to strike out.
Yeah.
Uh, my mom has tried to run me over with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Not that she was not not that, and I understand it wasn't her. It was the
Yeah.
illness.
Of course. Of
And you're
course.
right, Shelley. It's not selfish. It's self care. You're
And
right.
that's what people have to begin to understand, because I used to think it was selfish when I needed to take time off from somebody who was, someone who was draining me, or
Listen,
somebody who,
I have to take time off of YouTube because it gets draining to me.
yeah,
Y'all listen. And like if I followed up everything that everybody told me about YouTube about me, y'all, people that know me in YouTube, y'all know I be going crazy. Just like I got somebody that texts me $1 today to tell me that Brian was dragging me. Thank you. I appreciate the dollar. Send me another one and tell me who else dragging me.
yeah, you can get shampoo and conditioner at Dollar Tree then.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the
Send me
truth
another
is,
one.
like,
Send
why
me
must
two
we
more
care?
dollars. I can get the shampoo and the conditioner for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. You right.
And it's incredibly self-important of people to think that we must care when they open their mouths about us. Who do they think they are?
Well, at this big old age I'm at, and listen. It didn't start where, because I had a time when I first got on here, when I first got on YouTube, I was like, this is crazy. And the first person that came after me, I was like, this is crazy. Y'all know what Jay Wilson told me, girl, you better get you some thick skin or get the hell off of YouTube.
Correct. And that was good advice.
And I said,
But I
what?
do think I think YouTube is actually not, especially the area we hang around about, I think it's actually not bad training for you to grow. Because criticism and being criticized is part of life. And on YouTube, it hits a bit different because it's a close sort of thing. So, everybody knows about it.
It
People are
hits
talking
different. Well,
about
no,
us.
no, it hits. I'm gonna tell you why it hits different. It hits different because you're in a public space now, and unless you're a subby that stays a subby or one of these trolls, nobody knows who you are. But
Mhm,
if you're like, say, for instance, like myself, people
mhm.
recognize me all the time.
Yeah.
People in my area recognize me, and I'd be like, "What?" I had a girl walk in the store one day. She was like, "Oh, y'all, she got a YouTube channel." I looked around like, "Who is she talking about?" She said, "It's you." She said, "I be looking at you all the time on your YouTube channel." I said, "What?" She
Well,
said,
somebody mentioned that to me, and I went, you know what, you're right, because I'm not a person who ever wanted to be like, my dream is never to be famous. In fact, quite the opposite. I
"Hey,
think I'd
Ashley, how
hate
are
that
you?"
life. And the thing is, somebody mentioned it to me the other day. They went, "Well, you are a public figure now," because and this is when I started taking all my pictures off. Like I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be. I don't want people recognizing me in the street." And like I wasn't really looking at it like that. I just thought, well, I'm a tiny channel, this, that, and the other. But it's right, because like anyone from my area could recognize me off YouTube. I don't know what they're watching. So
Exactly. And Fee, wait a
yeah,
minute, Fee, you're right. I think loneliness comes with depression. So they use social media as a part, as an
it's an
outlet.
outlet.
They just need to know when they need to pull back. You're right. Listen, I have never ever made it. Um, I've never made a hit. I am bipolar depressive. I am bipolar
Mhm.
depressive. That means that I I do have manic episodes, but my depression weighs heavier than my mania. That
Right.
means I have more days down than I have up. That's
Mhm.
what it means when you're bipolar depressive. I'm bipolar depressive, which means like I have more down days than I have up. But I've learned to manage that, and and again, I think they're calling that a hobby now on YouTube. And with that, you got to learn to manage these symptoms. And
Yeah.
as Sarah said, when you actually have a diagnosis, most people, and most people that manage their diagnosis and their symptoms well, we know when it's time to take a break. We
Absolutely.
know for our personal safety, security, our family, that we need to pull back. And we know when we have to pull back.
And I think we've also come to the realization, either because we've been told or through the experience, that actually that's what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to pull back. You're not supposed to feel guilty for not dealing with other people's issues for them and all the rest of it, because we kind of grow up to think that, you know, we're supposed to be there for other people and all this. But if you've got like something like I've got bipolar, and if you've got something like that, you've got to learn that there's no shame in saying, actually, I need to deal with me.
And Shelley, you're right. These people could care less about your symptoms, your depression, if they're triggering you, if they're making you feel. And then the other thing is, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to say it. I said it the other day on Jay Wilson channel. Some of these people around here is a damn glutton for punishment.
Oh, they really are.
Some of these people enjoy being punished.
I'm sure.
They get a thrill out of being called. It don't matter if their name is being called for the good, the bad, the ugly, the stupid, the dumb, the ignorant, or what. They enjoy it. They don't care. They really don't care. And the thing is, it's like, don't you understand? You saying that, oh, I'm being triggered, but you keep coming over here. You're a glutton for punishment. You know, if you come on this channel, I'm going to tell you, you need to get you some therapy. If you come on this channel, I'm going to tell you that white man slapped you. If you come on this channel, I'm going to tell you, you know what? I think it's wrong that you keep calling these females out their name. You get what I'm saying?
If
And
you
then
trigger,
that's your because somebody gonna come up there and they're gonna say, you need to get out.
If you come into the same channels all the time and you know that you're triggered, why the hell are you keep turning up? Clearly that's your responsibility, not the channel holder.
And somebody, I mean, like I said, it's some people, they come over there and they poke the damn bear until the bear snatch their throat out.
Of course.
Y'all, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I told you this, Sarah. I laughed. I told you that Hershey came on Jay's channel.
Oh, you have to tell
He came on Jay's channel. Jay was talking to Tommy and Castro, and she started talking about something totally off topic and got cussed out. You called her a whole bag of bees.
How are you gonna
she blames Jay Wilson because she got called a bag of bees?
How are you gonna interrupt Jay's commentary to tell us what you feel about something about completely different?
And the funny part is, I'm gonna tell you the funniest part. If she would have been reading the chat, she would have got down. They was like, get down, Moldy Mo. It was like, tell Moldy Mo to get her moldy self down. I was like,
they're not going to let that mold thing go.
Listen, Shelly always told me that the chat is where it's at. Boy, I'm telling you, they be cutting up in the chat.
Honestly, some of the lives I go to, I'm not even paying attention to what the channel holders say, and I'm there for the chat because the chat's fun.
MB, it was the live that Jay did the other night with Castro.
It was hilarious. I missed it too, MB. I've got to go over and Red Bull that.
It was the live that he did with Castro and Tommy.
Oh yeah, because I popped in and I couldn't stay that day. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Shelly always said the chat is where it's at. She wasn't lying. Boy, they was out in that chat tearing her tail up. Let me tell you somebody else they eat up in the chat. They eat her up. They eat Lovely Love up. They eat up Uppity. They eat the folks up in the chat. Simon, they eat him up when he come in the chat. That joint be so funny to me. And Hershey ain't even got to be up on the panel. They gonna talk her.
If I have to vote for one of my favorite lives this year, it was Jay Wilson when Lovely Love was drunk as a skunk telling us about her wedding in Dubai. That thing was so funny. I have not laughed so hard at anything. But you know what I like? Lovely Love, the next day, had a good sense of humor about it, because we were all taking, we were all taking it out of her. We were giving her a hard time, and we were for weeks. But she took it on the chin, and she's all right like that. I
Okay,
like
but this
that
is the
about her.
thing. Lovely Love understands all. You know what I'm saying? She
She
understands
gets it.
all. But then you got the people that come on, they be mad. They done acted a whole fool, and then they come back and they be mad at me.
Were you there, MB, for that live? It was so funny. It was so funny. The details. But then she couldn't answer, like, what plane she went on or what. It was like Jay was asking her questions that she should be able to answer. She couldn't answer them, but we had like some details about like some tribe woman carving a fish for her. And honestly, the details were magnificent. I have to find it and
But
send you the link.
you got
It
to
was
imagine.
funny.
She has an imagination.
She really does. And she kept going, Bay, and trying to get hubby to agree to it. And he was like, I ain't agreeing to none of these. He was off.
But that's all I'm saying, y'all. We gotta understand. And then some of these content creators, they gotta realize when people egging them on.
Yeah.
They gotta realize when people egging them on. And whether they egging them on with $1 or show you right.
Yeah. There's many ways in which it goes down. Many ways indeed.
So I'm just saying,
dragging her for real though, Vivian. Who was it? Who was Tommy dragging?
I'm telling you, he drug Hershey.
Oh, Hershey.
I told you he called her a whole bag of bees.
Oh, you did. You're right.
Yeah,
yes.
He drug Hershey. He drug Hershey down the street by her toenails.
Oh my God. Oh, I really.
And then she got mad at Jay. I'm like, why you get mad at Jay? Jay ain't do nothing. You listen. And Jay told you, stop clicking links. You be clicking links at your own risk and your own peril.
Right.
And to your own demise.
But I have to say, there's a few content creators. Jay's one of them. Shelley's another one. And it doesn't matter what goes on. If it happens on YouTube, they seem to get the blame for it. Whether they were there, involved, they didn't even have to be involved. They seem to get the blame for everything.
They could have been taking. I've seen Shelley taking a break for a month, and then they came back and said Shelley did it. I'm like, how Shelley doing? Shelley ain't even been here.
They were doing
Shelley
it just
been at the house sleep.
They were doing it just now while she was off. I was just like, my gosh. The
Hey,
lady's
Shelley
just
been
been
at the
putting her
house sleep.
shorts and minding her business.
I'm like, why y'all bothering folks? Stop bothering people. I mean, it's all, and you know what? It's because they are Shelley and Jay Wilson are what I call the most likely suspects, or should I say unlikely suspects.
Yeah.
They ain't bothering nobody. They ain't messing with nobody, but they got numbers, and they know that if they bother Jay Wilson or Shelley, they gonna get numbers.
Well, both of them do the same thing. They can hop on a live and hold down an entire live on any topic. It doesn't have to be beef sector. It doesn't have to be anything. They can talk on any subject and hold the audience attention.
And that is true. That is true. And that's why I be saying, well, like when you got a Shelley, you got a Jay Wilson, you got a Trezor, and people gonna come for them. A Lady Nika.
Yeah.
People come for them.
There's a handful of people who can talk on any subject, and their people are going to hang around to hear it.
And then the other thing I don't like is that you're a content creator and you are supposedly have all of these different sectors you go in, and you have all of these different people that you hang out with, but you steadily chomping at the bit and picking at people that ain't saying nothing to you.
Yeah.
And I noticed, and hey, I'm doing it right now because I'm nosy and I got a platform and I can do it and I'm grown. But you got a lot of people that insert themselves in things that they ain't got nothing to do with. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I try not to do this, and I've noticed a lot of people do it, like, especially in this era of the panel. MB says they never need a panel, and they don't, but they will have them. And the thing is with the panels is you get people, like you're saying with Hershey the other day, they hit the link, but instead of talking about what the subject is going on, they try and derail it and steer it off into something they want to talk about. And I just think that's
I
incredible.
heard Jay Wilson. I was over there at Captivating Christian. He was talking about you. So what? Jay Wilson
So
ain't even
what?
talking about him.
I don't know how many times Jay Wilson has told people, I don't give a damn if someone's talking about me. I don't need to know. And honestly, if you're a big content creator like they are, if a day goes by when someone isn't talking about you, then you're lucky. Most days, I've heard Jay Wilson's name 3 or 4 times, and 3 or 4 times in different people's chats that they ain't even been in for weeks and or even for months, and they're being brought up, and you're just like, what? Where did that come from? But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you honestly. I think about back in when I first started, when Jay Wilson first started.
mm-hmm.
Trolls wouldn't live in Jay Wilson's previous video, in his previous chat room. Trolls wasn't living in there,
Right.
unless they was putting a color on it. He wouldn't even acknowledge a troll.
Yeah. The thing
When
with
they
it
be talking
is,
crazy, he wouldn't even acknowledge them unless they put a color on it.
the
You
thing
weren't
with
coming in there trolling him.
the thing with the sector at large, when I came over, it's changed so much in the short time I've been there, and I'm not an OG or anything. I've only been here, what, 2-3 years? I think 3 years. And so when I first came over, there was, a gag, a roast, it was fun. There had to be an element of humor or a message or something. People weren't just being nasty. Whereas now a lot of it, you find people are just being nasty. They're not even being funny. Like, if I drag someone, I like to try and put a bit of humor into it and make it fun. Like, it's
Girl,
not.
I ain't dragging nobody. Everybody who know me, no, I ain't no dragger. I'm not a roaster. I'm not a gagger. I'm
I
not
have my
talking about you
moods.
like that because I don't care that much.
I have my
I don't
moods.
care that
Like,
much.
I'll find
I
something
don't care that
funny
much
and I'll
to learn
run
that
with it.
much about you. You get what I'm saying? I
I'm
really
not a
don't.
hate watcher though, so you won't find me going and watching people I don't like. But if someone does something and I find it funny, I might drag them for it in a fun way, in a light way. That's what I'm saying. But where's the fun and humor if you're just ruining people's lives? Do you see what I mean? And it seems to have gone more that way. And a lot of it seems to be very inorganic. It's very manufactured, and it's almost like, you're
It's
just
like
creating
they searching for
situations.
storylines. It's like
Yeah.
they searching for storylines.
Yeah, and they're very weak, a lot of them, and unbelievable, It
And
doesn't
they
make it fun
weirdest
for me.
storylines I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they're not gonna win any Grammys for or whatever it is. What do you call the awards? Oscars for the storylines, are they?
Some of these storylines, I'd be like, what in the world? What?
I know.
You
I
said
know.
what? And I'm telling y'all, honestly, can I tell y'all a secret?
Go on. We won't tell
The
anyone.
beef sector is kind of like the stories.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I could go away from the stories for 10 years and come back. And as long as somebody been watching them that whole 10 years, I'll say, now, who is this? And where they come from? And what, da, 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 da. Somebody always able to catch you.
Exactly. It don't take too long. It don't take too long.
Everybody's, there's always somebody there to catch you up. And they can tell you, oh, but okay, so let me explain to you. This person used to hang out with these people. Now they came back through this person and that. Oh, okay. Telling you.
It is. It is.
It's
I
just
mean,
like
I went
the
away for about 6 weeks. I came back and things had moved a little bit, but like it took me 2 days to catch up everything, and I was pretty much, yeah.
You can
And that was
always
it.
pick right back up. You right about
Exactly.
that, MB. You can always pick right back up. It's like, wait a minute, what? And you can always ask somebody, now who is who?
Uh-huh.
And they'll be like, you remember this person? Oh, yeah. Okay, so she used to mod over there. She got a channel
Right.
now. She always had a channel. I
Like
ain't never
this
seen her
week,
in
there's
the
been a
channel.
lady popped up from the past. I don't know, she might have been somewhere else recently, but I don't know her. And she's calling herself legendary, but I think most people know her as Diamond Ring Dory. Now I
Girl.
don't know this lady, but I know I've heard her name and she's popped back up,
Hey,
and so
shh, 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 shh. It's like Beetlejuice. You call him 3 times, he will show up. Do not say that name again. Don't say that name no more.
I don't need to. But
Don't.
that was
I,
just an
that,
example to
leave it.
say
That,
just to
that.
say someone you've never heard of because they weren't around, you weren't around when they were, but they can pop in and then like in 2 seconds someone can tell you who they are and all the rest of it. But I will keep it's
Shelly,
it.
the only difference is the flip flop. You right. You right.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's like, listen, some of these people like Beetlejuice. You say they name 3 times.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh my gosh. It's
It's
amazing who's
showtime.
in the
He's
clouds
like,
listening to it all.
you
I like it when people who say, I don't watch this person and I don't watch that person, and you'd be over listening to a live, and the minute they mention their name, they're down in the chat or hit the link. And you think, well, where did you come from? I thought you didn't watch this channel. What?
But
Uh,
and I'm gonna tell you honestly, like with me, I don't look at a lot of channels, but sometimes I
mhm.
be sitting at home minding my own business, and somebody will text me and say they'll send me a link and say, "Hey, go check this out." Don't say nothing, just listen. And
Well,
they be talking about me, or
since
there might be something being said. I'll be sitting back laughing, or
well,
it might
since
be
I
something
came
funny that I
over,
want to hear or see. I'm
I've
telling
done
you.
I've done the world tour. I've been around to most of the CCs now, like, and spent some time there because I wanted to get know who people were on their own terms rather than listening to secondhand information. So I've gone and tried to get to know people myself. But then now I've done that, I know mostly I don't want to be around a lot of people because maybe they don't do content that I'm into, or maybe I just don't like them that much, or whatever. But like, I've got my handful of people who I enjoy, and I just go over to them now, and
All
that's
right,
it.
so I'm gonna tell you what I've been looking at for the last couple weeks. Other than Brother Jay,
Hmm.
I've been listening at Shelly. Shelly's been doing a lot of shorts and stuff like that
Yes,
for celebrities. I've been looking at those. I've been looking at this guy named Reese Waters. He do some political commentary and stuff.
I think I know his name. Yeah,
And then I've been looking at this chick
is he
named
a young
Michelle
guy?
huh?
That Reese, is he a young guy?
Yeah, young black guy. He
Yes, yeah, I've seen
and
him.
then I've been listening at this chick named Michelle McDaniels. She talk
Mhm.
about weight loss, and
Okay,
she talk about like the fat accepting vloggers and stuff like that. And
okay,
so I've
interesting.
been listening at stuff like that. I'm telling y'all, and I've been listening at Reddit stories. Y'all, them Reddit stories be having me going tripping. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, listen. If y'all get a chance to listen at some of them Reddit stories, am
It's
I the
some
a
crazy
hole?
stuff.
If y'all get to listen at some of them Reddit, am I the a hole stories? Listen at them sometime. Them things be so funny to me.
Ah,
Am I the a hole because I wouldn't let my mom spend all of my college money? I'd be like, good God,
listen,
where
it's
y'all
no
live at that
joke.
y'all got money like that?
No joke. Over here, we have like student loans for the tuition and for kids to live on when they're at uni. And I've met several people who take their kids' student loan check when they're at university. I'm like, what? I was like, my goodness. And then the kids got to pay it back when they start working. I'm like, what kind of parenting is that?
Girl, cheering,
Yeah.
cheering, cheering.
Yeah, the one lady, she took her child's her tuition fees for university. She said, I'm going to make a business. She didn't. She went out shopping. I was like, what?
How she
Yeah.
take a anyway?
Yeah.
Leave that alone. I'm gonna
Oh,
leave
she
it
told her she
alone
was going to
too.
make a business. She was going to get money back, all the rest of it with some interest. That's not happening.
Oh Jesus.
Hmm.
But I'm just saying. So that's where we are, y'all. And that's the state of the beef sector. And that's where the B sector is right now. Y'all, am I wrong about it? About how some of these people just need to go on and sit down somewhere?
I think we should start insisting that beef sector content creators put like a helpline at the bottom for the people to go and find a counsellor instead of bringing it onto their channel. It's getting to that point.
Honey, guess what? If somebody come over here and say, Vivian, here's a gift for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run with it.
Exactly.
Anybody else who want to say whatever they want to say, they can say whatever they want to say about it.
Exactly. My
Now,
point
only
is,
thing I insist on is please, 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 like Shelly say, this is not the Thunderdome. I need y'all to talk like y'all
yeah.
got some sense. Don't be hooping and hollering at each other.
And like all your mess, if you bring it online, people are going to talk about it, and that's your fault. Sorry, it is. And so,
You right about that. MB, you see what she said? She said,
no,
you know
and
they're gonna click it. They're going to
they
think it's for
do.
somebody else.
They
They always
do.
do. It's
They
never them.
do.
And
But a
that's
lot
a
of
lot of
people
their
don't
issue.
realise they're the problem. That's
That's
the
just what
thing.
I was about to say. A lot of them don't realize the data problem.
That's the thing, you know. But then like you get someone like Jay Wilson, who's, you know, he has that vibe about him where you know you're going to get sense out of him, you know, you're going to, but then it's not his responsibility to counsel the entire beef sector. It really isn't. And so, you know, I was kind of joking about the helpline thing, but actually thinking about it, if you put that up, you can say, listen, if any of you need counselling, there's the number. Do you know what I mean? I'll talk to you, but if you need counselling, this isn't my job.
But you know what? They aren't going to, and you're right. And Shelly, I don't like to over talk either sometimes. But
Mm-mm.
you're right. They ain't gonna click on it. And
No,
they
they
gonna
won't.
think it's for somebody else. He ain't talking to me, he talking to them. Ain't nothing wrong with me, it's them. It's
Yep.
always somebody else. It ain't never them.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. And then other people think everything's their fault when it isn't even their fault. People take blame on that that's not even theirs.
Well, I ain't taking listen. I ain't paying no bills for nobody else.
Mm-mm.
Um, I ain't paying the bills for nobody else. Nobody else.
Absolutely not. I don't even want to pay my bills. I'm not going to start paying someone else's.
I
And
ain't
that was a
so
joke. I do
so
pay
I'm
my
not
bills, by the
not
way.
paying nobody else's bills and I'm not taking nobody else's blame.
No, definitely.
Shelly will tell you, I always say no co-defendants, no co-conspirators.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
people need to start doing their dirt all by their lonely.
Yep, 100%. And that's why I always say I'm a sector of one. I'm not beef sector. I'm around the beef sector, but I'm a mod. I'm a subby, but I'm not beef sector. Even though I do content, it's really not beef sector content, and I don't expect the beef sector to support it because
Scratch
it
that
isn't.
floor again. Scratch it again.
What was that? Sorry.
I told that dog to scratch that floor. She over there tearing my carpet up.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was thinking, scratch
Girl,
what?
I'm about to go beat the whole brakes off of them. Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all want his come here. Come here. You listen to the Countess of Shop and she has a channel dedicated to her weight loss journey on Zepam. Okay. Some of them allow it because they want money to drop people. You right about that, as Hutchinson. It's a whole lot of people that's asking for money to drop people. And like I said, all money ain't good money.
No, it isn't. And that's one
And
other
you right.
thing
It is
I'm
nice to
gonna.
see where you can hear people talk.
And the one thing I will say is, Jay's done it, Shelley's done it, a few people have done it, Stomp's done it, a few people have done it where they've just said, listen, this person is not welcome on my panel because they are just an agent of chaos. They mean no good and nothing good's going to come out of it. And I listened when they were saying that because I only started doing panels recently, but it's made me realize not everybody needs to hit your link also. And I had some people coming over and I could tell they didn't really mean me no good. So I dropped them and told them, nope, you're not coming
It's
back.
it's always 2 or 3 chaos demons running around. It's also a lot of trolls running around.
Yep, absolutely. There's plenty of them.
It is a lot of nameless. And guess what? Unless Hershey would have had if Hershey wouldn't have had that camera slip, I believe she still would have been a chaos demon and a troll. A faceless
Absolutely.
chaos demon and troll running around here acting a fool.
Yep. So was it a camera slip? Because I hardly ever miss Jay Wilson's lives, but that's one I missed, and I only saw it on the clips that people had played where I saw Hershey's face. So was it a camera slip that happened? Because I thought she was showing off her house. I wasn't sure.
But I don't think she necessarily wanted her face to be shown.
No, I mean she was looking like a raccoon. She hadn't got any makeup on, or
I'm not
she
even
wasn't
messing with
done up.
you. I'm not messing with you. I'm not calling that lady a raccoon. I'm just saying.
But you know what I mean? I mean, I would, if I didn't put like something under my eyes and that, and I would too. But
because I mean, I've had people say I look like a whole dude, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, people say anything. But the thing is, like, yeah, it must have been a camera slip because she would have like, zhuzhed
I
up a
don't
bit.
know. There's a whole bunch of people walking around here that had a whole bunch of camera slips. But I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Because I thought she deliberately shown herself, but I wasn't sure. I thought
But herein lies the issue. I'm gonna tell y'all what the issue is. You trolled everybody and a mama.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And a daddy and a grandpappy and grandmammy too. And then your time comes.
Yeah, it's funny until it's
It's
you.
not no fun when the wabbit got the gun.
That part, Viv, that part. Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? All the
ain't no fun when the wabbit got the gun, and she found out that now she the rabbit. That she ain't the rabbit, she the hunter. Because she walked around here, she stalked a lot of people. She had a lot of opinions about a lot of things. And a lot of people that wasn't bothering her. And she trolled a whole bunch of people.
True. Yeah, she was not known for holding back. That's for sure.
You trolled a whole lot of people. Now you playing a victim. You were an oppressor that is now playing a victim.
Yeah. And you can't be both. You can't play both sides of that coin. If you're going to be
a lot of people that do it. It's a lot of people that's out there that do it.
Oh, there is. There's plenty of them. We see it all the time. There's no denying it.
I'm harassing everybody that's in the beef sector. I'm down in your chat and I'm bringing bones, carrying bones, acting a fool.
Yep.
Now I got my opportunity to get online and I mess up in a bad way and I'm getting my comeuppance.
You're never going to catch me have a camera slip because I've got tape over my camera, so you can't even record me anyway. Which is just as well because I look like Don King at the moment. My hair's.
Girl, I ain't messing with you. Did you say Don King? Yeah, she said she looked like Don King. I ain't messing with you.
I haven't brushed my hair all day. I've been chilling, doing all kinds of housework. I look a damn mess. So,
listen,
you better be thankful you ain't going to see me tonight.
My thing is this. Just do what you got to do. And whatever happens, happens. Listen, yesterday I told Jay Wilson had a hat on. He showed himself. I said, oh my God, I'm going to tell you, it had an A on it. And what
Oh.
did I tell Jay? I said, oh, Jay, I really love your Alvin and the Chipmunks hat because it reminded me of Alvin and the Chipmunks. It did. It reminded me of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I wanted to start singing that Chipmunk Christmas song, but I don't know it.
No,
My
I don't.
voice ain't as good as his. But I'm just saying, though. And I ain't meaning, like, oh, I'm mad at Jay. No, it was just me being cute. I was being
Yeah,
cheeky.
of course. And you should be able to be like that.
I was
I
being
will take
cheeky.
the mickey out of anyone, but I don't think I'm nasty like that. Like, so I never actually have any venom in anything I say particularly. Well, not all the time anyway. No. I try not to be a dark spirit out here. I try and bring people a bit of a giggle, and I am messy, and
I ain't gonna lie, Sarah.
yeah.
I can't. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't roast and gag. Cause I'm one of the people that I'll stalk you, and I'll show up at your house. I
Yeah.
will. I'll find you. I'll stalk you, and I'll show up at your house.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying this vape thing with the THC in it, but it catches my chest and makes me cough.
Girl, that means you ain't supposed to be vaping.
Well, I'd be rolling it in the spliff otherwise. I'm just trying it to see if I can get off the, burning things.
Girl, do what you do. As long as your doctor ain't got no issue with it, you should.
No, I don't. I don't even have an asthma inhaler or anything. So, I'm not really. I'm just trying it to see. But people told me they've got aluminium in, so I don't know as I want to be inhaling that either.
We got what?
Aluminium. Okay, aluminum.
Okay, here you go, Catherine. Catherine explaining it. There were two different times, sir. The first time was a camera slip. And the
Okay.
second time, she was purposely showing off her house on the pastor panel.
Right, that's where the confusions come in. Because, like, the way I heard it was like she was giving everyone the tour. So I'm thinking, well, she deliberately showed herself. Okay, so she did the camera slip by mistake, and then she was showing everyone the house as a sort of deflection from the camera slip. I get it. But
And
that
then,
didn't work
and when
because
she
she
was
saw
showing
the mold.
everybody the house from the camera slip, another camera slip.
Yeah, then we got to see the mold, and and now that's stuck too. But people seem
Girl,
more upset about the mold than the raccoon eyes. I've said it already, Viv. I'm gonna just keep
girl, let
going.
me tell you, they was in that chat. They was dogging her out. They was like, Moldy Mold getting
They've been doing it a few places. When I've seen her drop down recently, she's been getting it everywhere she goes. She must be getting sick of it by now. But then I suppose there
No,
were quite a few
she ain't
people
getting sick of it because
watching.
if she was getting sick of it, she stopped clicking on people's chat.
Well, that'll have pleased a few people because they were all asking her to get down a lot of the time anyway. But
But
yeah.
no, this was the funniest part. After Jay dropped it, they started cashing after.
Well, they cash up everyone else to get people off the panel. They were just happy it happened.
Jay dropped when Jay say, "I'm dropping you." Click. They start cash apping Jay.
They were so happy. Oh my gosh. Hi Phoebe. How you doing?
I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. I said, are they cash apping Jay for dropping her? He was cash apping her. I was rolling.
Oh my goodness.
But
That's so funny.
if I would have had the link, I probably would have went on up there. And y'all know, I ain't gonna lie. And Jay, I'm telling it here. You hear it from me first. I'm glad that I wasn't able to get the link because if I would have got the link and I would have been up there, I would have just dropped it. You asked her 2 weeks.
Honestly.
You know, it's a couple of us ushers over there. We just willing to just be like,
Yep.
we ready to.
I know. I'll be reading the ushers' comments sometimes laughing because like they'll be saying it without saying it sometimes, and sometimes they just come right out with it.
I know at least two or three of us ushers.
Mhm.
We ready to give her the boot. We think she should have been had the
Honestly.
boot. But you know,
Oh.
again, we don't run Jay Wilson panel.
Well, I would never try and tell anybody how to run their own page. It's weird to me that people try that.
Girl, they do it all the time. They do it all the
And I
time. And that's the
they
other
do.
thing. Me and Jay Wilson was talking when Jay Wilson was up there talking about the other night about it's some subbies that will
Mhm.
pay you, cash app you to try and have control of you. It's people that
Yeah,
will pay you to try and control you.
exactly. It's
Again,
weird to me, but I've seen that happen. Jay doesn't let that show very often, but I have been at places where somebody's sent like a super chat or something, or a big cash app to a content creator, and then starts laying down the law to them about this, that, and the other, or getting mad at them because they haven't implemented a suggestion, or and it's just crazy to me. And you're just like, wow, you think a few quid buys someone like that? Sorry, a few dollars will, just buy someone that easily? No.
but it does. It does.
It's
Some
not.
of these people do it. Some of these people do it. And
Do you
then
think?
you got a couple of people, they don't even realize that they're being used for money. Like I ain't gonna say no names because again, a lot of these
No,
people are like Beetlejuice and they'll just show up out of nowhere. But
you
you
put
got
a
some of
name on
these
it, and then
people.
next thing you know,
I
it's
ain't putting
like
a
big
name on
story.
it because I ain't putting a name on it because, like again, like I said, some of these people like Beetlejuice and they just show up. Um,
Yep. And
but
storylines are a bit dry
you got
as well.
some people, you got some people around here that they love going up on panels, and the people know they don't want them up on their panel, but they let them up on their panel so that people can pay them to drop them.
Right. Absolutely. I can think of one in particular, and I'm not going to mention the name of the person or the
It's a
content
young
creator.
lady. Every time she go anywhere,
Yep. Yep.
she's a chaos demon, and people just let her
Yeah.
up so that other people can pay because they know other people in the chat is going to send cash apps to get her down.
Exactly. And that same person is so desperate for acceptance. They've tried everywhere, and they've been banished from most places as well after they've been used for a while, for cash apps and that. Often, they've done something too much and they've got banned from that platform. And it's happened many, many times.
But again, they pay
They
people to
don't want.
come up on it. They pay people to come up on their platform. And
Hmm.
again, they're one of those people that are what I call a paymaster that
Right.
likes to pay people and they get this
Yeah.
money and they think because I donated to your cause or to your contest or I donated to your panel or to your channel or this and that and the other, I got the right to run it.
Exactly. And they act like they're coming in as some kind of foreman. It's really weird. I'm liking your blanket. I'm sort of looking at it with envy. That looks
Um,
really cozy.
I'm going to tell you where I got this blanket from. She might not want me to say it, but I'm saying it anyway. Reason that made this blanket.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It
This
looks
blanket is
so
so warm and
cozy.
it's soft. Oh, it's so soft.
It
It is
looks
so.
lovely. I'm
She
just
said
looking
it's
at
a.
it
She
thinking
said
that's
it's a hand crochet. She said she hand crocheted it.
it's amazing.
I'm telling you, I love this
Is it
blanket.
really thick wool or is it lots of strands?
It's
Is it really
it's
thick
like
wool or is it lots of strands together?
no, it's like this thick. To see this thick. You see how
Like
thick it
each
is?
one is a fibre. Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's so
Wow.
soft. Oh my god, this thing is soft.
That's nice. It is a hustle. It is a
And you
nice little
right.
sideline for them. She's right, yeah.
It does feel rude. It feel rude. But then again, the person know that people gonna pay to drop them, and they again back to that cycle of being a glutton for punishment.
Right. I wish I'd let people disrespect me
Oh no,
like
you
that and I'd
good,
go
baby.
back.
You are more than good. But it is. It's like them people are gluttons for punishment. Hey, Michi, how are you?
Hey, Michi. Yeah, I could never just like, I couldn't stand being disrespected like that over and over and over and keep going back. You mad?
It's
Never.
like, it's like, it's like, I know that they, and then it's the saddest part. They pay people to come up on the panel, and then other people pay to get them kicked off.
I know it's a really weird economy we're running over here. It really is
It's
strange.
like, I done gave you $50. I done gave you $150 to let me up, and somebody gave you $25 to kick me off.
It's insane. But yeah, but that, I mean, good luck to them.
I would
Stack
think
your
if I gave
paper.
you the
Do
hundred
what
and
you've got
fifty
to do.
dollars or the 125, I should be able to stay up for longer. But no, you kicked me off for $25.
I remember that young lady. Somebody said to Jay about it, you should let her up because people will pay you to drop her. And he went, it's not worth it. And I was just like, you're so right. Some things are just not worth it. And like they always say, not all good money's not all money's good money. And I think that's the case with that. But yeah,
Sometimes
I need
it ain't worth the headache. Sometimes the
I need
headache ain't worth it.
I need to powder my nose, Viv. So
All right, babe. I'm about to get off of here because
you're
it's been
gonna go.
about 2 hours, y'all.
It
I thank
has.
y'all for rocking with me. Just remember, we all 2 seconds away from a breakdown. Go lay on the couch somewhere. I think we all need to do that. But I'm telling y'all, thanks, Sarah. I appreciate you for coming and hanging out with me today. And I like to say thanks to Jay Wilson. Thanks to Shells. Thanks for that piece of advice. Thank you for everybody that came up. MB, girl, we're going to get it together. We're going to get you on here one day. But y'all, listen. Just remember, it's all right. They have won over, they cash app or super chat twice dropped dragons. They had one limit over the cash app or shoot super chat twice to drop dragons last night. See that? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then they used to be friends. You got to be more careful. But y'all, anyway, as my mom always say, live, love, and laugh. And as my dad always say, Lord, make us a blessing so we can be a blessing. I truly hope that I've been a blessing to somebody because you guys have been a blessing to me. Because I'm telling y'all, oh, you moving around the house? I understand, sis. I understand. But listen, I want y'all to remember, don't end up being nobody's fool, flunky, or dummy. Please stop being crash test dummies. Stop end up being content and stop end up going up there embarrassing yourself. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know how silly some of y'all be looking. I be feeling bad for you. I be having secondhand embarrassment for some of y'all. Stop doing that. Anyway, so hopefully, Lord, make me a blessing so I can be a blessing. And you guys have been a blessing to me. All right, y'all. I'm out. Two fingers.